Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nitpicker Podcast, episode 4. We kind of forgot to record an intro because we were too busy laughing. You'll see why in a little bit into the podcast. But yeah, we will be talking about the IPL final that happened a few days prior, about the T20 World Cup, the teams and squads that have been released over the last few weeks, and our opinions on them. So yeah, enjoy.
Also,
Okay,
I
guys,
would
as you
like to
can see,
mention
Travis Batman is no longer our hero. He's the villain. He's
Wait, also,
stupid. He's an idiot. He's no longer my favorite player.
that's so sad. Okay, not poor. To be fair, he did destroy our hearts.
If Travis Head watches this video, then great, awesome. You're a wonderful player. If he doesn't, you suck.
First of all, IPL preview. Let's talk about it. It's about 3, 4, probably 4 days late when you see this video, but it's very late. We're giving our review now. I did not intentionally wear the shirt, but I did wear the shirt because that's Pennywise, and essentially this is an allusion to the fact that SRH the SRH's game was a horror show. It was a horror show.
how much they cut to her at literally the last like 5 overs of the
Oh
game.
yeah, that was
It was just
that
like
was just mad. She was in like she
it was
was
like
in tears, I think, and it was her and SRK to be showing together.
I love the fact that Gautam Gambhir and Shah Rukh Khan won KKR the trophy when neither of them played. That's an interesting fact. Shah Rukh Khan just looked he mocked everyone in the stands and he looked very proud. Gautam Gambhir looked angry, and that's exactly why KKR won. Anger and mog. Those are the two reasons KKR won today.
the other Shah Rukh Khan is in Gujarat, right? The cricketer Shah Rukh Khan. I think he's in Gujarat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's in Gujarat. He's in
I just had a
Gujarat.
He's in
question.
Gujarat.
I don't think he has the ability to mock anyone. I've seen
KKR
him.
have the funniest thing. They can do the funniest thing in this mega auction. Come on, they have to pick him up.
Shah Rukh Khan
They
by
have
Shah
to
Rukh
pick
Khan.
him up.
So it's just like SRK squared, whole squared.
Yes.
Sorry.
And both of them have to make a bunch of reels. KKR.
And then
yeah,
the best part is when KKR win the trophy again next year, you have both of them doing this pose
Oh my
in front
god.
of the trophy,
Yeah, just like mirror them like doing this.
flanking it on both sides.
It's like both of them doing like the whole like Shah Rukh, the thing.
Did you see like the trophy presentation where it was like Roger Binney and Jay Shah just very awkwardly holding the trophy? I thought they were gonna drop it. Honestly, they looked like they were just gonna drop it.
That's probably part of the
At least-
script.
At least they didn't walk away after giving the trophy like a particular someone.
Oh no.
Aram, you haven't seen the trophy. You're on a flight. You haven't seen the trophy in a long, long time, Delhi Capitals. You haven't even got close to them. It's like a restraining order. Like not restraining, because
We did.
Delhi Capitals has no risk.
The guy that
Otherwise, you
got you-
retract a trophy.
The guy that got you there left you and went and actually got it.
Exactly. I have no idea how that works, but yeah, that's all that happened. But my support is never ending.
Oh. I should go with
What
Mark.
a plug! What a plug! If you compare this IPL final to the WPL final this year, have you seen like the parallels online? It was like 113 gotten by the Australian captain who's very successful, but then the Indian captain won, who's not actually the Indian captain, but like a really good player. Maybe it is probably a script at this point. Like, come on. Maybe.
If it
I
was
think it's-
supposed to be a script, it would have been Dhoni versus Kohli at the end, giving Dhoni the perfect farewell.
And the best thing is neither Dhoni nor Kohli are captains, and it's still Dhoni versus.
Exactly. If I was Jesha, I would have written like CSK RCB final, CSK scoring 250, Virat. I mean, like the same thing, 28 of 8. He then whacks Tushar for 2 sixes or something like that. If I actually had to make it like Masaledar.
You mean Tushar McGrath, Deshpande?
Tushar Magrat Deshpande, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe that's why, like in qualifier two, it was supposed to be RCB. So no, it's an eliminator. My bad. Eliminator RR versus RCB. Royal Challengers was supposed to win, but then they didn't because at the end of the day, all they leave is a trail of disappointment.
Wow, it's almost like it's me. Everywhere I go, disappointment. RCB with the Chivaram. Oh wow, that's not fun to hear for anyone. You don't need to hear my trauma dumping, but okay. Let's talk about some cricket, shall we? As you know, we have our compulsory event, ICC event for the year, the T20 World Cup in the West Indies and the USA in a couple of days.
Kriti, Kriti, I don't need a eagle sound effect from the internet. I'm gonna clip that and I'm gonna.
And if you guys haven't noticed, George Bailey has come out of retirement and he's fielding for Australia against
Yes,
Namibia.
yes. Him and another member of the staff had to complete the 11 because because Australia it seems didn't have enough players.
McDonald.
The coach, Andrew McDowell.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Oh, it was McDonald. Nah.
So we're going to talk about the fact that a Delhi Capitals player, David Warner, scored 54 or 21 and he didn't even get to play in the 11. But one thing that clearly shows is there is still a huge gulf between the associates and the main teams, you know? It's crazy how we
Yeah,
think
that's
that
huge.
they can compete, but then except for Afghanistan, Netherlands, and Ireland, I don't really see any realistic competitors. You know what I mean?
I guess this is their chance to. This is their chance to try and like like come closer to them because now they're actually playing with the best teams. If you like, for example, I'm just gonna go over the four subgroups for the World Cup. Each was 5 teams, which is insane. 5 teams: A, B, C, and D. So Group A is Canada, India, Ireland, Pakistan, USA. Another shocker: India and Pakistan in the same group. Who would have thought that? Um, Group B, which is Australia, England. Again, Australia, England in the same group. What are the odds?
Yeah, it happens every year. The odds are 100%. It happens every year. Why are we acting surprised? Come on.
Group C, Afghanistan, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Uganda, joining for Uganda this year, and West Indies. With finally Team D, Bangladesh, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and the Netherlands. I think honestly, out of all the groups, Group D is my group to watch because that's actually pretty competitive. You have a bunch of teams who are, no offense to any of them if they take offense, like they're all sort of similar in skill set, similar when it comes to like playing against each other. I think that's where the most interesting matches will be. The rest, I mean, you can see who the top two are going to be, but like hoping for some changes, hoping for some
Yeah.
shockers. So yeah.
I think my big bold prediction for this is I think Afghanistan will make the semis.
Yeah, that's a very good chance.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, you saw how good they were in Australia last time. Like I see them especially because they're a very spin heavy group. Out of all the venues, I think West Indies is a pretty good place to have those. I mean, you saw India choose a lot of spinners as well. Kind of gives you an idea of okay, maybe spin might play a bigger role than other World Cups or recent T20 World Cups in memory. Afghanistan is obviously primed to take advantage of that. So and of course, as the big Gurbas fan, as we have found out very recently, I'm gunning for them to do very well.
I love Gurbaz, the way he just left the ball of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. That was the most insulting thing Sunrisers could have had, honestly.
Oh my God.
According to me, Group A is just India all the way through. Canada, USA, India, and I wouldn't want to go there, but Pakistan as well, if you
Ooh.
get the context.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, Pakistan are the most likely. India, Pakistan make it through. If Ireland make it through and knock out Pakistan,
I can also see them knock out India. Not knock them out, but win against India. I can see that happen. I
against
think
India.
they're at a stage where they do really, really compete against the big teams. And they often win. I remember there was a game in 2022 in Malahide when India got like 220 out of the back of a
220.
Deepak Hooda century. And I think it was one of their bowlers, McCarthy, who scored a huge 50 and Adair, and then they nearly scored the same amount of runs. So look at their team; it stacks up very well. They have some. It's okay. It's a low table, high ceiling kind of team because they don't score too many runs. They have a few defensive batters, but their bowling department, their new ball bowling is excellent. Adair, their death bowling is a bit of a concern, but their spin bowling in the middle is quite defensive but it frustrates a lot of batsmen, especially for maybe a Pakistan and India.
Mhm.
But if India plays Shubham Dubey, I don't see it happening. Okay. For the rest of the teams, Papua New Guinea and Nepal. I want to see these two teams become, I'd say, part of the top 12 teams in the next 10 years because I've seen the enthusiasm come from these places and it's unheard of. It's not even there in India. There's cricket matches going
Exactly.
all around in Papua New Guinea and Nepal. Nepal, I saw a match against Netherlands
Yeah.
B, I think, and everyone in Kirtipur were going crazy over it.
And
We
when
love to
they
see that.
qualified for the Asia Cup, I think that was one of their best ever days in cricket history because it was like 1983 all over again for Nepal because the crowd just rushed onto the ground. They had, I think, Kushal Bhurtel in their arms. So the enthusiasm Nepal has for cricket at this point is just at another level.
The most incredible thing about the Papua New Guinea, they're fully homegrown. Imagine most cricket nations, like at least developing cricket nations, are always like expats from like Britain, India, Australia, some from New Zealand. Like they're all South Africa. They're all from all over the place. But the most incredible thing about Papua New Guinea, homegrown cricketers who just fell in love with the sport and got good at it. They're competing with the top 8 nations or top 10 nations at this point, and like the rise is incredible. I think one day I would love to just go to Papua New Guinea and see a cricket match.
The interesting fact that was mentioned that it's all of the nearly all of the cricketers come from one village of around, I don't know how, but it's crazy. So it's a cricket crazy town. But one thing that's always frustrated me is India have 40% of ICC's revenue budget, and it's on like around 5 or 6% for the associates. And do we really need 40%?
5 or 6
I mean, it's
associates
good
for
for
all the
India,
associates.
all the associates. And the thing is, India actually benefits from this because the more money India can set down to the associates, the more teams they have to compete against, the more excitement is created. Because now realistically, it's only New Zealand, England, and Australia. And now this one, Australia, England, New Zealand, and maybe a bit of South Africa as well. So that's unfortunate, but
We now bring you an intermission courtesy of Kriti's interesting tangents. Please view the video version of the podcast for the full experience. Ladies, gentlemen, Gojo fangirls, and everyone in between, please enjoy.
Out of
okay,
context.
lads, this is about cricket. I promise this is about cricket. I have no idea how this got on the screen. This is crazy, unbelievable.
Wait, I would like the audience's personal opinion on this. Does Udit look like Klaus from the Emperor? Like, I think specifically this image. This
Dude,
is so Udit.
the guy looks like he's taken every single drug in existence. Every single one. Like he's grown his own homemade drugs.
I feel like you would also tattoo hello and goodbye on your hand and be like, hello, goodbye.
Arnold Schwarzenegger style. Hello. Also, for the Gojo fangirls out there.
Oh no.
You can see the resemblance, right? Oh fuck, wait. You can see the resemblance, right? Accurate?
What resemblance? He looks so like it looks like he's wearing kajal also, right? And so
Wait, can you go down to the picture where he looks like a femboy on top?
That's every picture.
On top, which one?
Oh, every picture, that's accurate.
Is that even the deviant art one?
No, there's one where he has this,
see, come on, that is
over his.
Yeah, that's the deviant art one.
This is so Udit. This is so Udit. Look at this
That's
one.
Udit?
I often go shirtless in
Yes.
public, yeah, that's true.
That part. That's
I'm gonna zoom out.
okay. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see it.
Dude, come on.
This is you. This is you.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's so many.
Why did you when you searched fan art, you knew exactly what you were doing.
Of course, I knew what I was doing.
Kriti, be honest, you don't think he looks like me. You just want an excuse to show him on stream, right?
No. Actually, he looks so much like. Look at the eyebrows match, the facial features match. Your stubbling of goatees of a goatee imitation is there. The hair.
Goatee imitation. Ow! What? Is it real goatee?
Whoa.
This if I ever heard one.
Hitting right where it hurts. Nice.
Yeah, tell me.
She just crushed my manhood. She compared me to a femboy.
This is not me comparing you to a femboy. This is me comparing you to a normal boy with no facial
All I
hair, so
see, all I
it's fine.
see is vaguely the eyes. like
The eyes are the least common thing. The
the
eyes
shape.
are the least distinguishing. Are you not looking at the mustache, the chin beard?
The hair does kind of match. If I pull it down, I often do. Oh, dude, come
See?
on. The mosquitoes all over me. Sorry, they all want a piece of me.
Oh,
So yeah, so that's all I had to say. He's not Gojo. He is Klaus from the Umbrella Academy. Yeah.
oh my.
See, if anyone chooses to comment and they find the resemblance because they see that already reached this point in the video, which according to our viewership most don't.
And everyone's gone. The real guys looking for the cricket and the Gojo fangirls, they're all gone now.
So sad. No, no. I think the Gojo fangirls would be there for the entirety of their background being there.
So the sport we all love, cricket. We don't even care about
Back
it.
to some serious cricket chat.
Is Scotland in the round one thing? Oh no.
Scotland is,
Yes,
but
they are.
Scotland has outside of Mark Watt. I can't really see what their strength is. Mark Watt is a Jadeja, by the way. For people who don't know, I really like Mark Watt.
I want to ask Arham as to take on the persona of a salty Indian fan with the background he has.
Use your Delhi accent.
हाँ जरूर जरूर बोलिए क्या हुआ what happened that is what
Hi,
happened
will India win this World Cup? Will India compete?
to the semis definitely
Mm-hmm.
if we don't have a silencer playing against us in the semis or the finals we are going all the way through no doubt about it.
I think Jaisha has planned for a silencer in India.
If that's happening then shit it hurts but I don't think India is going to come anywhere close to the cup if we have the silencer and head in front of us.
I like how he has now it's like Voldemort, like the he who shall not be named.
The silencer.
Silencer.
The king versus the silencer.
It will always just be the silencer from now on. You will never hear his name again.
Or we just do this. Just this.
Absolutely not.
Because it's accurate. He
Absolutely
silences and he mogs.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not.
You're doing this just to hurt me right at this point.
It's not even to hurt you. It's just a fact, right? And the fact just hurt you.
It is fact, to be fair. To be fair, it is fact. Like, I think Delhi Capitals' peak hit when like they were supposed to win the IPL, but then they didn't.
Delhi Capitals they peaked with their jersey and name change. That's when Delhi Capitals was
And
on
Ricky
top.
Ponting, which I think
Oh.
Ricky Ponting's influence is
Yeah.
slowly dying down. Like when he first came onto the scene, it was like, oh my gosh, Ricky Ponting, and then now it's like, oh, there's Ricky Ponting.
The Delhi vibe
Yeah.
has overtaken the Ricky vibe.
He's probably getting drunk and then going off to women on the streets now.
You know what I think what's happening? Oh God.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there, guys. Let's not go there.
You have Ricky Ponting and Saurav Ganguly in the same team. Personalities clash. I think they've negated the effect they would have had on the team.
When we should have won the cup, we had like the prime MI in front of us. I mean, at that MI,
Yeah.
no one even could touch their level.
Best franchise
Nobody
team of
could-
all time.
True.
Agreed. They had like everyone you could think of, Bolt and Bumrah in the start. I mean, after that, you don't need anyone else. You have Bolt and Bumrah operating together. I mean, that's where for me, that's where the team ends. I mean, that's where the team ends. And you have Rohit, Surya, Ishan.
And Ishan Kishan in form. Ishan Kishan in form is even
Yeah,
more
exactly.
deadly.
Yeah, he's very dangerous. Lovely technique too. I really love his bat swing. Okay, thoughts on the Indian squad? Exclusions, inclusions. Who would you have put in? Who would you have got out?
So India squad: Rohit Sharma captain, Hardik Pandya vice captain, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Virat Kohli, Suryakumar Yadav, Rishabh Pant, and Sanju Samson as your two wicketkeepers. Shivam Dubey, Ravindra Jadeja, Aksar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal. So glad he's back in the squad. Arshdeep Singh, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj. The reserves are Shubman Gill, Rinku Singh, Khalil Ahmed, and Avesh Khan. So first off, India have gone very spin heavy with Ravindra Jadeja, Aksar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal. Very spin heavy side. Thoughts, guys?
They talked about this when we were talking about in the final preview and SRH versus RR. of Natarajan and Sandeep Sharma. Those experienced bowlers that have got so many reps in the IPL, quite a bit in India. We The fact that we don't have either in that squad is like that decision has got worse and worse, but ever since that this squad got announced, it's looking worse and worse, and I'm not surprised if it'll bite them in the back, um, very soon during the tournament.
There's a certain level of PR you have to achieve and people you have to pander to, right? These guys are flashy players. If you ignore Siraj, if you ignore Rohit, your entire auto driver fan base and your entire Rohit fan base are triggered, right? They might not support India. So that is something you have to consider. Whereas other teams don't have that problem, right? Jason Roy was a huge part of England. They excluded him. A hue and cry was raised, but then nobody really cared.
Udit, hello.
It's really stop start.
What are you laughing at?
He had to unmute at the exact wrong
Leave
time.
my parents. Oh, literally, let's talk about the
I love how it sounds like he's like, it's like you're dissing him and he's like just like drowning underwater and he's coming up like saying this like, don't listen. He's a little better now.
Okay, that's the conclusion to Udit's analysis. Like it was half. We heard half of it. We
You
heard
got
half
drowned
of
in
it.
the
It was
middle
pretty
of
good.
best analysis I've done on the podcast. Yeah, that was really good. Genuinely good.
Unfortunately, I don't know if all of it will be
He
heard.
was lost to technology.
God.
Oh
My
god.
chest. Why is my chest hurting?
The multiple weird sides have gone to a family called my phone, my computer virus. Or maybe they just couldn't stand me being compared to Klaus. Why? What's going on? I don't get it.
Oh God. We got Rishabh standing on the. We lost Rishabh under the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say, I think it's gotten cleared by all three of you. The same thing. The Rinku hurt. Exclusion of Rinku hurt because what he's done for India, I don't know why the selectors didn't see that or something. I don't know. He has an average of 60 plus. That's like mind blowing. With the strike rate he has, that's like insane. And he's not. I think he played like 2 games in India. Rest everything has been overseas, and especially his no one. I don't think why people haven't given him the recognition he deserved in the India versus Afghanistan in Bangalore when Rohit hit the 120 odd or something. He was there till the end. He was with him with a strike rate I think higher than his. He didn't miss time or leave a single ball. So I think the patience he has, the calmness he has, and the ability to get the job done. I don't think anyone at this point in India has that.
He's 26.
Yeah,
so
and
I
he's
feel
26, so he gets the youth with him.
he has the youth aspect to it. So he is traveling as one of the reserves, which is at least good. So he's gonna at least be there, be in and around the area. However, like you obviously want him in the proper spot, you want him immediately for selection, but he isn't there. But maybe I feel like he hasn't been properly added to spot because he's so young. It's like okay, he has like at least a decade in him, even if he misses, even if he isn't like a proper part of this World Cup squad. So
Young though.
part of it
By
makes sense,
Indian
but
standards,
he's
is
still
he young?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
You have
Indian standards,
Jaiswal.
because we have Jaiswal as our main opener. So
Okay,
yeah,
the thing with
it
Rinku
doesn't.
is, right, Shivam Dubey does what Rinku Singh does, but better than Rinku Singh. So Shivam Dubey is a spin basher. He plays spin very, very well in the middle. He plays better than Rinku, and at the death, he just has more shots than Rinku. He has the ability to hit at multiple regions, and he hits sixes more often than Rinku. And he's in better form than Rinku. Rinku, I think, is still working out his spin game. I think he gets a little stuck in the middle sometimes. He has a clutch chain, which is something you don't find in a lot of players, especially Indian players. You don't have that clutch attitude of his, consistent, right? That calmness. Dubey has that, but not as much as Rinku. So that's one thing that is a bone of contention.
Also, one thing was Aram, you were talking about the India Afghanistan match. I do remember when Rohit and Rinku were building that partnership. For some reason, the whole crowd confused both of them and thought both of them was Rohit. Literally, while Rinku was batting, they were screaming Rohit, Rohit. Now, obviously, partly because you hear Virat when he's not even in the stadium, also in Chinnaswamy.
Dhoni as well.
Happens a lot.
Dhoni.
But he had that same level of sureness as Rohit in that in that stretch of
Yes.
innings where Rohit was just like you knew he couldn't get out, and Rinku for
Yeah.
a big part was playing with was matching his energy in that sense, seeing that firsthand, his ability to just sometimes you see a player and you're like, how do you get him out? Especially in T20, it's a very small stint, of course, and it's very easy to get out when you don't deserve to. But he brings that energy with a lot of his innings, that's for sure.
Yeah, he really shows like he has amazing maturity for someone who's like relatively new on the international cricket scene. Which I mean, the fact see the way he was launched to the cricket world was the 5 sixes. Like it was this like powerful like Rinku Singh, he sixes in and over. Like the drama around it. You'd think he was like a one-hit wonder type situation, but he's just like a superb guy, like amazing hitter, but like he wouldn't have the nuance like as many IPL superstars have. But the way he's proven that he's not just that one hit wonder, that amazing six hitter, that he actually can pace an innings properly. I guess the only test we'll see is how he'll do in outside India, in the West Indian and the American pitches, which is maybe that's why he hasn't been added to the squad yet, because he hasn't had that exposure just yet. But I still think he deserved a place in the squad.
The part which we haven't talked about is his fielding. I mean, he is one of the best in India at this point. He is matching the levels of Jaddu and Virat.
Gun fielder.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you're comparing, if you want to compare, you have to compare like Dubey, who has been like the impact player for CSK, the whole thing. He's not bowled a single over. He's not fielded. Whereas Rinko has been in the game throughout the 20 overs.
I mean, the fielding is great, but you always have the option of injuring a player and substituting off the field and getting someone better, right? Like you have an Aksar and a Jadeja, both excellent fielders. So I don't think that's as big of an issue. Also, one more thing with Rinku Singh, and the same thing I'm afraid might happen to Jaiswal and has happened to Gill and has happened to Pant. India has a tendency to turn their most attacking batters into anchors, right? Have you noticed that? It's happened with a lot of our players, Rohit, Kohli, Surya, even to a certain extent in this season, has turned into an anchor, right? And that's what I'm so afraid of with these players. Because, okay, if you look at it, when you fail in one match, T20 cricket is when you fail 9 times out of 10, succeed once. At one time matters. You fail and then you get trolled so incessantly because you haven't scored a 50 or you haven't scored with an average of 90,000 in a game. So that fear of failure is what causes Indian batters to actually play conservatively and conserve the wicket. Like, oh my God, what if I get out now? They're going to criticize me. So exactly what happened to KL Rahul in the World Cup final. And the biggest example is KL Rahul. He was one of the batter that no bowler could bowl to because he had every shot in the book and he could hit them all for 4 and 6.
Stint with Kings
Oh,
11 Punjab was like one of.
that was a different level.
It was like Kohli 2016 for like 3 seasons straight.
So consistent. And it's so hard to find consistency, especially in that
Yeah.
in that Punjab dressing room. It would have been extra hard to keep that
Exactly.
morale up.
The only thing consistent has been Preeti Zinta,
Exactly.
actually, to be fair.
Oh my God.
And the most incredible part is his stint in Kings 11 Punjab was the same time when you had Chris Gale come and go. So he was able to outshine Chris Gale. And to be fair, Chris Gale wasn't he had his sixes, but he wasn't like the Chris Gale we knew and loved. But still, Chris Gale is still a big name guy, and like he was able to outshine Chris Gale. Who else was in the team? Did you know that before Sam Curran joined King CSK, he was part of Punjab. A brown-haired Sam Curran looked like a 12-year-old boy.
Still looks like a 12-year-old. He still looks like a 12-year-old.
I remember him with Punjab very clearly because he got a hat trick against DC. So that hurt.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He got a hat trick in like the last or the second last over against DC against Punjab, and that was like, if Punjab's defeating us, then what's our point of playing the IPL? No offense to all the Punjab
Oh,
supporters out
Punjab
there, but
this. Okay.
yeah.
There are two fans in the entire world might be upset about that. So.
Also, I wanted to say just before we end, right? Corey Anderson is playing in the US squad. He's playing in the US team. Former New Zealand cricketer Corey Anderson got his US citizenship. He's now playing for the US, which is very exciting, very happy. And like it's nice to see him again. He was like one of my he was always an underrated player in my eyes, and it's like
He had the fastest century in the world at one point, didn't he?
yeah, I
Nice.
think
Yes.
so.
And he has had the most impactful innings in the IPL. 94 or 40 against Rajasthan to qualify the Aditya Tare 6. That was the match when I think Corey Anderson announced himself on the world stage.
He was on the other side. Aditya Tare was the one who like he lifted his shirt up and was running around, while Corey Anderson was like he was the one actually there facing. Like he was such a stalwart for Mumbai, and he just disappeared.
The cricketer which has just vanished, like all of a sudden, it's Faulkner. The last time
Yes, James Faulkner.
I see him was like 2015. So these pace bowling all rounders, I mean, they just like Corey Anderson also, I mean, like was there I think till 2016, 2017 is the last time I remember him, and then he just pops up in 2024 playing for the USA.
Insert hawk sound. So for me, actually, you know what? I was actually very interested about where James Faulkner disappeared to. Like, remember the whole incident where he threw a helmet or a bat into a chandelier in Pakistan because he wasn't paid during the PSL.
Such a James Faulkner thing to do.
And I remember I was like, oh, where'd he go? So I checked his Instagram, right? And like he's still alive. No, he's still alive. I think his last post was like February or something. I haven't checked since then.
Yeah, you have checked it in many, many times. You know when the last post was.
There's also cricket lore related around him when it comes to my particular field of expertise,
Oh no.
i.e., in reference to the Wattpad fic. And like there was actually like a real life thing where he had to state that he wasn't gay.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. He put his hand and he kissed a friend or something, right? On Instagram, on the post.
On like a cheek or something, on the cheek, or like it was just like they were holding and they were standing very close, and then he had to like publicly say like, actually, I'm not
That's
gay.
not even close to what Marcus Stoinis and Adam Zampa does.
They're friends. They're friends with it.
No, they're homies.
Thank you so much for watching. We had fun recording this, and we hope you had fun listening to it, even if no one's watching at this point. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Just put like an icon. Also, can we all like point in the middle of the thing, be like, share, and subscribe?
Everywhere. Wherever it is. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, wherever it is, because I don't know where I am. So like might be here. Wait,
Yeah, depending on
why
where
is it
you
not?
see
Might be here.
Point
Might
at the
be
eagle.
here. Might be here. Might even be in this eagle's mouth.
Wow, that's so cool,
Aw.
Kriti. What a lovely anecdote.
Anyways,
I know, thanks.
thank you for
All right
watching.
then, bye.
See
Thank
ya.
you for watching. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.